Hey, what's up, guys? Woo! Hell of a day. Hey, MJT in the house. We just ended watching the Cars and Chrono collection review. I want to know what you guys think about it. Oh my god. Guys, it's so hard to do these videos. I totally understand Archie's pain now. I mean, it's a little bit easier for him because he does it as his full-time job, but I gotta tell you guys, there's a lot of thought that goes into, you do try to kind of simplify the steps, but it was pretty brutal. Hey Marco, how's it going?
What's up, Tim?
Hey, what did you think about my first collection review?
It was not that bad. I think you're being a bit harsh on yourself. I think it was okay. They're just not recommendations like I would make. You know what I mean? That's why. But we all have like different perspectives. You know what I mean? That's what makes it cool.
By the way, I totally skipped one recommendation, and that was for a Breguet with the tourbillon.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah. And you know why I say that? Because look, I said, gotta have a Cartier Santos. If you're gonna have 36 pieces, there's room for a Cartier Santos. That's the first, historically speaking, the first freaking wristwatch.
I see the argument. Yeah, sure. I see the...
and then if you're gonna have other tourbillons like F. Peugeot tourbillon, it's a reinvention of a tourbillon. But Breguet, he invented the fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think there's room for tourbillon. Hello, JJ Lacoute.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Hey, did you have a chance to catch the collection review?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh yeah, cool. Man, that was. By the way, these things, time just flies.
It goes quick, eh? Just reviewing his collection takes time, right? Just looking at his collection, going over the pieces.
It's 45 minutes long. It's a movie. It's an episode.
Right. I finished looking at all his watches, and then it was like 20 minutes in. I was like, Jesus fuck! Like I gotta hurry my ass up, Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I just swore. Jeez.
Don't quit your day job, Tim. Don't quit your day job.
Quit the day job. Yeah.
Only kidding. You had some out there recommendations, but then again, I would not expect anything less.
Look, I tried. By the way, I didn't watch your recommendations on purpose because I didn't want to be influenced. But was there any overlap?
Yeah, there was. I think we both said to get the Space Panda because I said he has the probably most desirable steel.
Yeah.
He has the platinum, and then you want to get probably the most desirable gold, right? And I think that the white gold meteorite it will end up being one of, if not the most desirable precious metal Daytonas. And you want the three metals, right? The trifecta: steel, white gold, and platinum.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I think we're different on all levels.
Yeah, because I think at the end I said like, because he's got the platinum and Panda. Then I thought, okay, go with the meteorite in the GMT, and then diamonds in the Submariner because he doesn't have a Submariner.
But he has a Sea Dweller, right? And he uses that.
He has a Sea Dweller, but it's not because look, I look at Rolex, right? And what are they known for? The crazy in-house movements, their own gold, and their own diamonds. And I feel like you need
I don't think they make the diamonds themselves.
Well, but they have.
They make them.
But they do have.
They make the meteorite.
They have some of the highest quality diamonds, and we have. Look at this, Cars and Chrono himself. To talk about
the
recommendations. Hey, man, how's it going?
Hello.
We got everyone in the house.
What's up, guys?
Woo!
AJ, Marco, what's up?
Hell of a day. Cheers, man.
Hey, cheers.
Still got some left over.
I'm actually up in San Francisco today. Maybe up there
Nice.
for the week. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can see different location. People,
Sure.
people so funny. They're asking me, "Am I still in Spain?" And I'm like, "Don't you see the background? This is not a green screen.
Could be a background.
Although it is green, it's not a green screen."
Yeah, but hey, thanks a lot for that review. Really thorough.
Yeah.
We'll say the recommendations, they were interesting. If you did say they were going to be from left field, I think you were
Yes.
spot on for that.
Yeah. I was trying to think a little bit outside thinking what I would do if I was in your position, and where would I go, and if I had space for 36 watches, what I would try to get. Although I messed up. I missed one recommendation in my list, and that was, I just told Marco, that was any kind of Breguet tourbillon. Okay, because the man invented the complication, right? One of the most ridiculous complication that kind of exists. And I think it would be cool to honor Breguet with some type of a tourbillon.
Yeah. I've been eyeing the Brigade, the open work, the front. Initially, I was I don't know who reviewed it, but it wasn't Talking Time, but another channel where they said that was a really good way to actually explain a movement, right?
Oh,
so,
Watchfinder.
Yeah, that's right.
The
That's exactly
European.
right. Yeah,
Right,
is it the
right.
traditional that I forget which?
Yeah, but they have the smaller model, the 7027. I'm pretty sure they review, but the 7057 is nice. But I like, because I have a small wrist, so this won't fit me. But the 7097 has that retrograde seconds. That's the one to get.
That was the one. That's exactly it. That's the
Yeah,
one where
yeah.
you see it pop right back.
Right.
That's really cool. But what's really cool is you see that movement like in all its glory, and it's just so easy way also to conversation starter, and also just explain people. I would imagine most folks don't even know how these watches work. Right, so just trying to even explain the movement to this. So I thought that was a really intriguing piece. But yeah, I will say there were definitely a couple in that in your pick list. So Iced Out. Let me just start with that one. That's tough. I can't rock the ice.
I understand. No.
Relatively low key. I like more the stealth kind of approach to some of these, but damn, I don't think I could ever rock the ice.
I'll explain my logic. Let me just really quickly. JJ, you have a little bit of an echo.
Hold on.
Okay.
How about now? We're going now.
Okay. Now I think it's better. Okay. So check this out. Rolex. You have if you look at Rolex and what they're known for, right? It's for their own precious metals, right? Which you have their own precious metal. You have their platinum piece, and they make that platinum in-house. They blend these metals in-house, but they're also known for their gem setting. You look at something. I'm not saying you have to get the ridiculous Pearl Master. Although, let me just bring it up. It looks freaking insane. Actually,
insane
I was looking
in the membrane, Tim. Insane in the membrane.
Yeah, and you know what? VIP. Oh, hold on.
Right.
I don't want to get dinged
nice,
for that.
Baby. That's what it reminds me of, JJ.
Yeah. Okay. So now I looked a little bit back in the past at the Pearl Masters, and they were not always this iced out. Look at this. Their new configuration. They don't have anything. They used to be you can get a Pearl Master without diamonds in the bracelet, but now it's 39 mil size, and configuration you can just get it white gold or rose gold. There's not even you can't even get it less ice. It's just full on, or there's no halfsies. But look, I'm not. Oh, okay. 1 second. Holy, Evan H, $10 super chat. Tim, my bad. I didn't check the showtime. Question for you and Marco: what do you do when you get the call for Rolex you no longer want? Was on the list for the 39 mil. Was just offered the 36 mil Explorer 1. Wowzers.
That's
Dude.
pretty easy.
Just tell them
What?
you're not really interested in that. You're not interested in that model. If it would be possible to kind of replace it with another one. That's what I did, to be honest.
Just say it's too small for your wrist. That's why you wanted the 39. You'll take a no-date sub instead.
That's what I did. It's exactly what I did, JJ.
Look, I don't think he wants to. I think personally, I think the 36 is better than the old 39 version. That's just me, though. That's just
Stop
me.
it, Tim.
I know, no, that's just crazy talk. But if you don't want it, then you explain that it's not for you. You explain how it doesn't work in your collection. You explain how it doesn't fit your wrist, and you ask for something else to be put on something else. And he says, whoa, 1 second. He says, but they won't offer me a no-date sub. Well, that's something you should talk to them about. You say that, look, maybe there is a way they can put you on the waiting list for the sub. You're willing to wait. You say you waited long enough for the Explorer 1. You say that, look, I don't know what your wrist size is, but you explain to them that it just doesn't work for you, and you're going to be patient.
Just get the 36 mil Explorer and flick it on the secondary market. Get another watch. That's it. Forget these 80 games. Forget the 80 games.
Yeah, you can probably. That's an even swap nowadays, I think. Because those Explorer 136 mil, they're very valuable. But you can also tell your idea. Look, I don't want to get the Explorer 1 and then sell it and then use the money to buy the Submariner. Guys, just sell me the Submariner. Like you say, I'm not a flipper. I don't want to go through, all the hoops. I'm gonna get the Submariner. I'm never gonna sell it. That's what I would do. Because you're getting the watch, you want the watch. So if you actually want the sub no date and you will keep it forever, then that's what you say. You just be straight up with them. Okay, Evan. Actually, if you want to talk about this further, give me a call. Oh, I think he just called me. Wait, somebody just called me. But
So you got the hotline set up, Tim?
Yeah.
I know when that
somebody called me, and I think that was him. Hold on, let me see. I think that was
like
him.
Miss Cleo. Call me now.
Yeah.
Miss Cleo, the fortune teller.
Yeah, because it was an emergency. Was that him? Because I don't have. It's not. No. Oh yeah, it was him. Oh, that's what it was about. Holy. Yeah. Because I told him, hey man, I'm doing a show. I'm literally starting the show. And he said, oh, okay. Go. Yeah, that's what you do. That's what you do. And I'll talk to you. Yeah, no, tell them what I said. Tell them it doesn't fit your wrist. The only other watch that you want would be the Submariner, no date. And you're willing to wait as long as it takes. Just tell them to put you on the waiting list. You want it. You need it. I think that's the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Logan Host, so Tim got that hotline bling.
That can only mean one thing.
Okay.
Logan made a good point. He says, does declining a watch hurt or strengthen your AD relationship? I think it strengthens it.
It strengthens mind relationship, yeah.
I think if you say it the right way, though, I mean, yes. I would just say, look, I'd rather make somebody else happy. 36 is not really a good size for me. Would you be able to get me like a no-date sub, which is the closest to the 39 Explorer?
Exactly.
And see what they say. You know what I mean? I don't see how a dealer could hate you for that. I think they would respect you for that. You know what I mean?
Or
41 OP.
Z Blue Milgauss. Z Blue.
41 OP as well.
Z Blue Milgauss. Found a Z Blue too. No date.
Yeah, it's also that's good. That's good also.
Or black. No, that's black.
That
Anyways,
works.
Let's
that
get
works.
back to cars and phone.
Yeah. Sorry for that. But look, when I look at Rolex, those three things come to my mind. The robust in-house movements, their in-house blended gold, and the highest quality diamonds that money can probably buy. I know their diamond watches are super overpriced, but now even these Pro Masters, even though they're priced on request, they're probably going over retail. So, and they're like Submariners with diamonds. They're not even listed on the website. That's how legendary. This is like finding unicorns are
nobody
real.
wants them to. Nobody wants them to. That's why they're not listed.
If you buy a Pearl Master, they'll give you any sports model you want.
I was in
the bunch.
You know where Sunset, I was going to check on. I know the ADs over in Hawaii. I was there over a month ago. And the only models they had were iced out Day-Dates and Cellinis. That's it. And they had a few of those out of the entire
what
collection.
About the Pearl Masters?
Yeah, I don't recall if they had a Pro Master.
You see, they didn't have the iced out Submariners or GMT Master 2.
No.
Because those are so hard to get. I mean, have you ever asked for those?
No.
Okay.
Iced out Submariners? No.
Yeah.
I've not.
Okay.
I've not asked my AD for that.
Well, just as a look, if anything, do it.
I think they would choke on their whatever they're drinking if I walked in and hey, what's up? Can you guys have an iced out sub? You're like, hey, the hell, you're going in a different direction with the collection.
You gotta go. But you tell them.
You tell them that you have been researching a little bit about Rolex, and you found out that Rolex does ice in a very classy and sophisticated way. I mean, look.
Oh my God! I hope you didn't pay for this, man.
Look. I mean, it's all
ice to an Eskimo, man.
I understand. I understand that ice is not a thing nowadays. Now, like when the trends flip, which they will inevitably, you will come back here and you will thank me that Tim. Thank you so much for recommending me an iced out Submariner before they literally went out into the stratosphere. Because I gotta be honest, so I had actually we spoke about the ice a little bit on a show couple of weeks ago, right? And one of the viewers actually got back to me, and he said that there's a guy who created like this algorithm. It wasn't Ronald. Right, where they tracked. Look at that ice.
Iced out watch. Let me know.
There you go.
I got this one, Marco. Marco turned 2.
Oh wow! Is that a Breitling?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh geez. Oh, that looks pretty nice.
That's what I'm saying.
So when it's just on the bezel and it's not like the entire bracement, all the pave. Right? I mean, it's actually not too bad.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like now the Submariner.
I would never wear that watch again.
There's one that's with just the bezel. Okay, there's very little ice, and check this out. So this guy, he emailed me and he said, Tim, actually, he done some research and he said that there's very, very few of these ice and meteorite dial pieces that they're actually in reality they're so rare when compared to like the pandas or even platinum platonas, right? How many trades happen online? Like he created this algorithm that's able to track all the trades. He said those trade in ratios that are like 1 to 100. So I'm just saying, look, it's not going to hurt you next time you're at your AD to say like, hey, I saw this.
No, it might.
No, I don't think so. Look, let's see. Let me just.
Yeah, I think. I mean, listen. Aside from the rarity factor and whether or not it'll trend, to me, aesthetics is such a big deal. Like, because I'm going to have to look at the thing, and I think just for me, when I look at a bunch of diamonds and even like the meteorite, I've seen the meteorite. It just doesn't connect with me. I don't feel, oh, this is a piece that, man, this is the bomb. I want to have this on my wrist. I see the coolness factor, the uniqueness, but it just doesn't connect me on any emotional level.
And even at that, if I could just add, there's an opportunity cost. These things are not cheap, man. You're getting a lot of watch for the price of one of these iced out subs or, diamond Rolex. So, I mean, just throwing that out there, guys. There's a broad world of watches out there to be explored.
Look,
this is actually a blue dial. So,
yes.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's nice.
It's incredible. I mean, there's so many of these butchered Rolexes with diamonds that were put in by these black market
cretins.
It's just ridiculous.
Tim, did you just see what Carson Corona is wearing? He's wearing the best watch Jordan made. You know, that's the one that he would make for himself, right? That's the Chronomet Optimum, right?
Chronometer.
Look at that.
Ah.
Oh, that's the one, guys.
Where's the ice, man? Where's the ice?
I'm thinking of ice. I'll ask,
it's got an ice white strap. Ice white strap.
Ooh.
Such a sick watch. Jesus.
That's incredible. Fuck.
All I want is a measly octaloon.
I'd say this is probably my favorite also out of the Jorns.
Yeah. 100%.
The only reason I'm recommending this.
Can I ask you that? Do you know how accurate it is, roughly?
Yeah,
it's supposed to be his most accurate watch, right?
It is. The issue, though, is you can't put it on, was it the things that test the accuracy, the number of seconds variance? What are those things machines called? What's it called? The time grapher. Yeah.
Because it ticks differently, right?
Well, the repertoire screws it up. Actually. So it can't, and it's all about the vibrations, and it totally, completely flummoxes.
It's a completely different vibration.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, because it's for regular hairspring watches, but that one's got like two balances that kind of balance against each other. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Look, I mean, let's just let me finish this thing about the spruiking the ice. If anything, I think you should take a look at it, okay? Just so that there's going to be no regrets in the future. I think I wouldn't go. I would obviously avoid the one with with the diamonds in the dial and the bracelet. I would try to get something like this, something that's very nice and clean. And the one meteorite down. Oh, also, now that did you hear about this? This is ridiculous. You can probably be able to swap the dial in your Panda Daytona for 6,000 for a meteorite dial.
I went to the AD today. He says that's not true.
Who said it's not true?
I went to my AD today. He said that he hasn't heard that. He said that's not true.
Maybe it's only in Australia because they do everything in reverse.
Unless they just didn't tell him yet, but he says.
You mean that the ADs would swap it out for
yes.
The ADs themselves? Oh, really?
Yeah. That Rolex, that you can send it to Rolex.
They send it back into Rolex, and you got to wait 2 to 4 years to get it back.
2 to 4.
So you got to wait on the list again to get it.
Yeah,
of your own watch.
I thought it was 2 to 4 months. 2 to 4 years.
No, he said 24 to 48 months. He said, and you have to give them the watch, so it's gone for 2 to 4 years. While they put this meteorite, what are they doing? Going out of space to get the meteorite? Why does it take so long?
I mean, those meteorites are not as easy to find as it seems, JJ. Also, that will make a lot of people not want to put them in.
Are those meteorites made in Geneva?
Yeah, it's only the meteorites that land in Switzerland. That's the only ones they use.
That's the only ones that are good enough?
Yeah, that's the made in Switzerland meteorites. Harvested in Switzerland, on Switzerland soil.
Swiss crashed, it says on the dial. Swiss impact.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the craziest I'll go with changing watches that I own are the straps. That's about it. I don't think all this aftermarket stuff gets me a little bit of the heebie-jeebies. Like a vanilla straight, the original OG OEM.
No. So, but what about then swapping? You got the blank pawn, and you got the Breitling. How about finding the original ones of those? Because you don't have any vintage watch. I mean, this is Mission Impossible, and they're super expensive.
Well, the one vintage that you didn't cover was that pocket watch that I just picked up.
Yeah.
Remember that 1918, right? I mean, that's as vintage as they come, man.
That's
That's really old.
I forgot a couple of things. I was a little bit too drunk. It wasn't. I was preparing the list, and it slipped my mind. But that thing.
I mean the original, the Breitling, like the re-edition, as well as the NORAD. It's just very hard to find quality pieces.
But if you would come across one of those, you would get it and switch it out.
Depending on the condition, if it was a full set, authenticated boxing papers, yeah, I would absolutely consider. But I I was initially looking for the because the NORAD, that's not the Hodinkee edition. This was the one before that 45 millimeter case diamond. I like the larger case. When I was looking for when I was considering that one, I was actually looking for original, but I just couldn't find. It's just you couldn't find them.
Yeah.
In the market.
I think that's why they created this re-edition, because there's so many people looking for those vintage NORADs that they thought that, oh, you know what, this is kind of a thing we can cash in on.
But even like even the one I got, you can't find those. Even the re-edition ones, they're not out there.
They made it limited to 50
people aren't selling them. Yeah.
No, what I don't understand is why don't they make that same watch just without the NORAD and just have it in the store, not limited?
Yeah.
What are they thinking?
Like one of their more popular pieces, right?
Yeah.
You got these other guys all selling thousands, quote, limited edition. It's only a few hundred for these. Yeah.
It's just like 500 of those and 500 of the Hodinkee one. What's the Hodinkee one called? The mil spec. The mil spec. Because it's got that moisture indicator.
They didn't do a NORAD as well? Hodinkee didn't do a NORAD? I thought they may have. Was it just the mil spec?
Oh, I think it's just
I don't
mil
remember.
spec. Yeah,
was it just mil spec?
I think everybody calls this one the NORAD a Hodinkee edition because it was kind of they did it wasn't so explicit, but I mean it's just got
it was a tribute to an old watch.
Yeah, but it's got Hodinkee, like that kind of idea.
Affiliation.
It's got Hodinkee written all over it. Yeah. It doesn't. There's no way they didn't suggest it to them. You know what I mean? Probably because Hodinkee was making articles about the NORAD, and you can probably trace it down and say, and you can see how it was inspired by Hodinkee.
Yeah. So those are the two that you would lose, right? The I think it was the Breitling and the.
I like that Breitling.
Well, no,
That's my favorite
wouldn't.
Breitling.
I think those are really cool. Probably.
Well, I thought
best.
you called them cheesy. I think they were cheesy, right? From what I recall in the review.
Yeah.
They
are cheesy, you know. They're
that's all right. You can call them cheesy. Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of a homage to a previous already existing model.
They're an exact re-edition of the original Navigator.
Yeah,
right?
It's like imagine if a Rolex remade like a big crown Submariner, like exactly to the specs that it was in the past. It would be like, what?
Well, what do you think of the 321 then? The Ed Whites and those re-editions. What's your take on those?
Yeah,
cheesy?
Same thing. I think it's just a little bit. It's a little cheesy.
Hey, I recommended that to him, Tim.
Yeah,
let's not get into it.
No. I think
321 is a great watch.
I think 321 as a vintage piece is a great watch. I think it's like a.
But you don't get a display back, Tim. What's the point of paying the premium for the 321 movement? You don't get to see it.
It's in your head. It's in your mind.
I love this guy.
321 is here. That's where 321 is most important. And then because now
you scare me sometimes.
Look, I mean, I'm giving you a different perspective to look at it. You know, we can't just have three identical opinions.
Right.
No, we want to divide. We want to
identical protect.
Yeah, we want to divide Carson Kronos so that he doesn't know what to do. He's like, who should I listen to? It's like
I'm not getting a nice Rolex, that's for sure. At least that one. All right, and there was a Bulgari, I think, as well, right?
Bulgari. That Bulgari. Oh yeah, actually, let me bring it up 1 second.
I will say that dial in the flesh is pretty interesting. It almost has like a paper-like aesthetic, like a very matte. And they're super thin, if I recall.
Yes, it's. That's kind of like what they're known for. These ultra thin. Wait, this one doesn't have images. 1 second. I want the one with. It is also titanium, right? You don't have any titanium watches, right?
Just the Snowflake.
Snowflake. Okay. And this is also like another Gerald Genta kind of inspired watch. Right?
I think he made it actually. I think he designed it.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Octo, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. But this is a chronograph GMT with a very the way this complication is done. This is like the only watch that this, you can see it's a rotor that goes around the movement. I don't know if there's anyone who does it. There's micro rotors.
Yeah, Vacheron. I think they do that.
Yeah, on the Tourbillon, the overseas Turb.
On the overseas.
Yeah, I think they were the first to do it actually on that. Actually, no, sorry.
I don't know.
The first to do it was the concept Tourbillons from AP. Some of the original ones, they actually had a peripheral rotor like that.
Yeah, so this got this, and it's super ultra thin, and it's a GMT chronograph, and just it's so different in its design. It's so ridiculous. I mean, look at these angles and shapes.
Different in a good way, or Tim?
I mean, look, it is unlike anything on the market. You know, it's just unlike anything. I think out of Bulgari, forget about everything else. There's just nothing they have that's worth looking at. Even though they're quite known for their movements. Surprisingly, that their movements are. This is I would take at least kind of take a look at it, because of how weird this watch is. I mean, it's not an expensive watch either. You know, you get a lot of a kind of functionality. Look at this, and gray market, it's even cheaper. So they're not well respected watchmaker.
The one thing I will say though is just be careful, because I saw a review at what's the channel name? I think it's like Hafiz Mahmoud or something like that. I'm sorry if I butchered the pronunciation, but
Probably
he actually reviewed like a Fit Octo like this. I don't know if it's this exact model, but his wrist shape wasn't like good for this watch. It would actually cut him. So you actually have to try this on, make sure that it's good for you. Yeah, like it left some nasty dings in his wrist. He's like, it was so uncomfortable for me to wear.
Yeah, definitely. Like you have to take a look at it. Oh, and they have one in steel as well.
Tim, I like also for Cars and Chrome the watch that JJ is wearing on the wrist right now.
I don't know if that's his. I don't think that's his style, but
the Breitling.
Actually,
I bought another Breitling today, Tim.
Oh wait, what? You bought a Breitling?
Yeah, for fun, a cheap one, nothing too a little cheapy.
Oh, dude, what the hell?
Nice. It's got the bright light. I want a little summer watch, Tim. A little summer.
I like
fun.
the white straps.
Yeah.
The reason I say that, Cars and Chrono, is because I saw on Instagram you went on like an escapade, right, into the wild. This would be a perfect going out into the wild type watch. You even got a compass on the bezel.
Yeah.
Damn.
But it is quartz, though, isn't it?
Yes.
It is quartz.
Quartz fitter. Quartz fitter.
Nah, it's great.
It's worse than the Casio I recommended, I think.
I actually wanted a quartz. I wanted a quartz watch so I could get rid of my G-Shocks. Wear a respectable plastic watch.
You know what else I was thinking? Guys, I was also considering, although I didn't include it in the review. Like I was thinking, if there were to be a quartz watch in this collection, which one should it be? And I thought Louis Cartier. Quartz. Square. It's Louis Cartier.
I don't know. That's not my first choice, Tim.
I know it's not first choice. That's why I didn't include it, because I was still.
How much were you drinking when you were doing these recommendations? Just curious.
A lot. Tim S. $5 super chat. Thought I liked the Octofinissimo until I tried it in person. Really odd watch. Yeah, I mean this thing it does look like. I need to make a video of this watch. Because this is literally made by aliens. No one in their right mind would do anything like this. This is just a madman's watch. What is this? Aussie expert says, I'm skeptical there is anyone that has in their hand an RG Daytona ceramic meteorite service dial, considering Nobody has an RG Daytona Meteor new. I mean, it's a hard watch to get, but you know what I mean. He says, I need to get my mom a quartz. Looking at Cartier, I know nothing about them. Yeah, my mom got the Cartier Solo. It's quartz. And actually, the new Cartiers, they're like solar powered, so even better. But yeah, this Bulgari, it's just something to take a look at, right? I don't think, like, out of all the Bulgaris, I think I would try it on. I would try it on to see what it's all about. It's a pretty freaking insane watch.
It's
I got
the
some
one.
questions. Sorry, again.
Yeah.
No, sorry. I was just gonna mention JJ. Like, I noticed like you guys didn't mention or recommend anything from like say Richard Mille or like Jake, like none of the other
Jacob and
brands
Co.
That, yeah,
I'm not a fan of those. I have to be honest.
Not like Jacob and Co. I get those. But the Richard Mille is an interesting. I've never been a fan. But it was a couple of months ago. One of my friends from SF came to visit me in LA, and he was rocking one of the black RM55s of Bubba Watson. When you put on the wrist, I mean, it definitely has presence. And when you see the technology, I mean, there's a lot of tech in those watches.
Well, yeah.
I get the whole branding, and that's kind of funky. But I mean, pieces themselves. I mean, the way it sits so light as well with the titanium.
There's
I
no doubt about it. They're amazing.
One to your collection. They keep going up in value like crazy. You know what I mean?
If you can get your hands on it, doesn't even matter which one. I think if you can get your hands on one piece, it wouldn't hurt. The thing is, though, with recommending Richard Mille, it's like my recommendation for Richard Mille would be like, if there's a chance to get one, you grab the first one you can. Because it's not like you can be like, oh, you know what? Let's consider about this RM7402. Why don't you get this one? It's impossible.
No, there are certain RMs though that will
they're not
more mass produced.
Yeah, there are mass produced, but there are certain RMs that do go up dramatic in value, and others that kind of stagnate.
Yeah.
So it depends on.
Yeah, well, usually the ones that stagnate are the ones that are not the torno shape, the ones that are like the circular ones.
No, but they'll make you buy like those. They make like $1 million tourbillons. I mean, what's the name? Producer Michael just did a video, and one of the pre-owned dealers just talked about this. Like they'll make you buy one of the softer on the secondary market $1 million plus tourbillons, and then you can get the kind of RM11s, the Bubba Watsons, the Nadals that are a little bit better. But you have to show that you still have those watches, that you're not a flipper, which is less than ideal.
Or you can call up Roman Sharp and have Adrian find you a good deal on one.
Yeah. It's so expensive on the secondary. Dude, you're paying like $300,000 for. Yeah. I mean, it's a great watch, but Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's say RM11 comes for $200,000. Someone is selling one, and you can get it. Grab it. I think that's the way you do it. Like if there's a bargain, once in a lifetime kind of bargain, it doesn't even matter which one. You just grab one, and then you say, look, it's like that's the Archie luxury life. Why did you buy this one? It wasn't because you sought it out. It was because that's what was available. I mean, that's the RM kind of life. Just on the much higher level. Like you can't get this RM. These are not for sale. Like some ridiculous stuff.
I mean, there's some models that are much more popular than others, but you really got to. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't know, I don't know enough about them. This is not my league. I buy houses for this price. You know what I mean? This is not like something I would be buying. But if you had, if this is like the league you're in, these are definitely watches to be buying. You know what I mean? The way they've been going up is just insane. Like if you bought one of these 3 years ago, you'd be saying, "Oh, the price is so crazy high." Meanwhile, it would be worth triple what you paid. You know what I mean?
even if you overpaid on it on the gray market.
But even the watchmaking inside is terrific. I mean, they get their movements. I'm pretty sure their tourbillon is from Vaucher, the Parmigiani group, because they own Vaucher. I'm pretty sure they do the tourbillon side, and then the chronograph, the kind of like high end complication like shock resistance. That's actually made by Renault and Poppy, which is now owned by AP. So they're probably the most legendary movement manufacturer, movement maker. They're basically like a movement or watch think tank. It's the best way I can describe it.
Watch think tank, yeah.
No, I'm being serious. Like the Grunfeld brothers came from there. Robert Grubel, Stephen Forsey from Grubel Forsey came there.
Yeah.
There was another one. I forget his name. Andreas Streller. They're probably some of the top independent watchmakers today, and they all came from there. That's where they got their start.
Damn, look at this.
I got a question for Cause and Chrono about the box. This is what I want to know about.
The box.
Do they make it any shape you want, like any amount of watches you want, or is that a specific size 36?
No, I asked for 36. I capped at that. So you could have. I mean, I could have went. I could ask for 100. I could ask for, whatever number. And it really is a bespoke process. They just design it from the ground up based on exactly what you're looking for. Like I don't want to give away too much, and I want to unveil it at some point.
Right.
Yeah, they give you some spots for a loop. So I have this, the loop system for straps, for links, little tools, occasionally a screwdriver. So there's a little compartment for that. So I think it's gonna be a pretty special case, right? And you could just house pretty much the collection or a subset of the collection in there.
So let's say you wanted to get a smaller amount. Let's say you wanted like a 16 to 24 piece. We'll say, would it like money wise, would you be better off buying 2 8-box cases or getting one made? Like,
this is a if you compare to with the 8-box cases, where they're for $7,200, right? I think US. You get the Taiga leather, which is like 10,000. These are orders of magnitude. So you can't look at it as like an 8-box case versus a bespoke, because a bespoke, you're basically customizing every tailoring. So there isn't like this linear calculation where now I'm doing 36, so it's just a little bit more. It's actually orders and orders of magnitude above.
Right, because it's all custom made as opposed to like a production model.
Yeah,
now, like if you wanted one for 20, I'm just saying, like, would it be like, obviously it'd be more than buying 3 regular boxes, but it would be like 3 times the price of ordering 3 boxes, or is it like pretty decent?
But if you're looking for a 20, I'd say it's probably still higher than that. I don't know if it's going to be dramatically higher, but if you're trying to, let's say, a custom for say 20, let's just say 20 pieces, it would be more
like 30 grand.
Just buying. Yeah, I think. I'm guessing in that ballpark, maybe north of that.
Right. So it's actually not. Well, the reason I'm thinking about it is because it's really not too bad. Because let's say you did buy 3 cases, right, and it came out to, whatever, 23,000 or something like that. If you're spending 30, but you have a custom one, it's like, well worth the extra. Like you said, they're making everything to your spec and how you want it. It's much more worth it.
The only thing I would say, so they get a lot of inquiries for these bespoke pieces. The only way I was able to get connected was through one of my friends who heads up marketing for Remy, their cognac division, and he knew the head of VIP client service at Louis Vuitton. So I actually had to go through an approval process.
Oh, okay. Right.
It wasn't like, hey, if I just give you money, will you guys make this box? There's a pretty lengthy back and forth, because they get hit up with all these weird. I mean, you got to see some of the photos I saw and some of the stuff people ask for. So they get, you can imagine, like particularly like NBA players and a lot of these movie stars, they come in with all these really wonky asks, and they decline a good deal of them, right? So it's got to be something that still is aligned with their brand. I mean, they actually want to understand what is it you want to do with this. Are you just going to flip it, right? There is still like this process that they go internally, and it took quite a bit of time for them to finally get the green light on this.
Wow.
Yeah, it took.
Was there a deposit that they like some kind of a non-refund?
No, not until you actually. So they did the design. They went. It was a back and forth with Paris until they actually lock in design. That's when you put the deposit in for the piece. But up until that price, if they're interested, if the guys that is your sponsor, I guess for lack of a better word, are interested in trying to advocate for you, you don't have to pay for that. But it's only when you get to the final locking in design that we're like, okay, move forward. And the other cool thing is they'll give you your own model number. It'll be tied to your design. It'll be part of their archives which is cool as well. That gets also emblazoned within the case. Obviously, if you want your initials on it, but all that. I don't recall, JJ, if you had one of those boxes, but there's like a Louis Vuitton like emblem. You can do all these really cool, interesting stuff to make it truly your own.
How about
and it's your design. Nobody can replicate that. If they wanted, if somebody saw my box and said, "Hey, could you make the same one?" They would have to come back to me to get the green light to actually replicate my box. Yeah.
Now, do you get to pick the model number by any chance? Like if it falls in line with theirs, like some.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about.
You know what I mean? Like if you had a lucky number or something, let's say you wanted to make it,
I don't know. It's an interesting question. I don't know. I can find out.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Like if you have some certain numbers you really like, or lettering, like maybe your
J
initials.
Chong 007. Put all my Amigas in there. Yeah.
Are you gonna get it painted?
No.
Put a bear on
I'll leave
it?
that to Archie. I'll let Archie do all the custom work on that stuff. No, mine is it's gonna be well, I don't want to ruin it. I think hopefully
don't
you guys
tell us.
will like
Don't tell us.
Yeah.
Let's just show us. It's better.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask: is there any
what's the estimated time of arrival on this box?
So the process I'll tell you right now, I think we're coming close to a year, and we just locked in the design. Just getting from the initial discussions, but I think a big part of that was also COVID, the pandemic. It just slowed everything down in Paris. So I'm guessing with the designs locked, at least a minimum. I'm guessing about 7 to 8 months.
Okay.
If I can even get it, maybe the end of this year, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be next spring if I'm lucky. Is when I should. So there's a long lead time.
You know what everybody needs to do now is try to come up with their own design for 36 watches box, and make Carson Chrono regret like, oh, why did I think of that?
That would have
been so genius.
Oh, I should have did that, man.
Can I go back to the drawing board?
Guys, why didn't I consult you before locking this in? No.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. I know there's gonna be something I forgot in the process. Work through it, but it's been fun though.
Wow. Hey, no, that sounds awesome, man.
Yeah.
Because when that box arrives, that's when the collection building really go in, because then you're gonna really have to think about which slots, what to say, what you need to reserve spots for.
Yeah, Tim, he's still got 2 more LV boxes and 2 remote cases. It's fine. You
know what I'm thinking? What I'm probably doing is I'm gonna auction those off once the box comes in. I mean, those are just duplicate. I'm just kind of like placeholders for now. So I'm guessing I'm gonna probably be exiting at least one of each. Yeah.
Hey, maybe I'll buy, if my YouTube channel works out. Maybe I'll buy one of your LV boxes at a steep discount price.
You get the Tim Wright discount.
I'll buy that at semi steep, so I'll be Tim's.
I'm gonna need a lot of help.
Auction it off live on Archie's show. You know what I
mean? Yeah, he'd probably take it.
Yeah, right. I mean, he's got the money to buy one.
That's right.
You might be able to sell him one right now. Well, in a month when the YouTube pays out, because YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny. I was watching that. I was thinking to myself. It actually did cross my mind. If he does have a hard time having inventory, I'd be happy to help him out on that. That's not a problem at all. No issues on that.
There you go.
You can take that to the bank, Archie.
There you go.
So.
Let me ask: is there any significance behind the number 36, or just that's what you decided your cutoff point?
Yeah. So when I was looking at the collection, so the collection is larger than 36, and the ones that I felt like somewhat faint that I wanted on to, that was the number I just arrived at. And there's others where it doesn't matter. I probably will unwind. I'm gonna have to definitely consolidate.
And 36 is like 6 by 6.
Is
it a square box? You can have 6.
Stay tuned. You gotta wait and see. You don't know. I don't know.
It's just a nice number. You can have it can fold in to get. Oh my god, there's so much possibility because it is a square shape.
Don't give it away, please. I want to be surprised
because it's like 25. That's not enough.
How do you know it's not 3 rows of 12, Tim?
Right.
3 rows of 12. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Maybe he's got a long piece of furniture. He wants to
4
display
of
it on
8.
top of.
That's possible. 4 rows of 8. But 36, there's so much flexibility in how you can make this box. I think that's the most flexible kind of number. I think isn't 36 to be divided by like almost any number?
4x9? Isn't it 4x9?
I don't know. I think 36 can be divided by like anything.
Yeah.
I
didn't want to correct him on air.
I was like, wait a second.
What did I say?
4 times 8.
4 times 8. Yeah, I'm not, guys. I'm not
Nobody's watching.
Not that good at math, guys.
Tommy, how can it be rows of 8? It be rows of 8 and just leave 4, I guess, somewhere.
4. I said 4 rows of 8. How's that wrong?
32.
It's 4 rows of 9. 4 rows of
32. 9. Okay. 4 rows of 9. Oh yes, 9. Yeah, because I mean 36 could be divided by so many numbers. I think by every number.
Let me ask. There was one recommendation you said that I made that was right in line with what you were looking for. I want to know.
So
know.
You want to know now? Oh, hey,
yes.
Tim, have you watched Marco's?
Not yet. Okay. I'm gonna watch it after this.
But, I mean, it doesn't matter now. You already made your recommendations. So
yes.
There's nothing. Okay, so it was the Rexepi that you called out. That was really when you said that, I was just like, damn. Okay, there's definitely some affinity I think you had for my collection for you to come at that. I will give you also bonus points for the mono pusher because that's always because I did because you mentioned Cartier, Tim. I mean I wasn't looking at tank, but the mono pusher, just that blue, with the white dial, it's just a very subtle textured dial. I always thought that was a really elegant approach to.
And that's not your regular Cartier. That's like the Privé collection, which they made a bunch of different ones. Like it's not just the mono pusher. They had like I don't know, like Tank and a bunch of different others. And all the movements in that were collaboration between Vianney Halter, Journe, and Denis Flageolet. But yeah,
the Rexepi made sense just given I think what you saw also my affinity to Journe and some of the independents.
You get one of his early pieces in 30 years from now. Poof, forget it. It's going to be so collectible.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I think those are pretty. I mean, I don't recall which one were the others. I think there was a Meteor dial. You also suggested. I don't.
321 Speedy. I think a de Bethune I mentioned because you're missing a blue dial dress watch.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
And then what else did you say?
Nice. But you know what's also nice is
right? I said the Principia salmon dial. I like that. I love that watch.
That long is also pretty with that with the star, the blue with the stars, the Saxonia.
Oh yeah, the Venturine is nice. But they also made the one I'm thinking salmon. Didn't they just made a longer one in salmon, if I'm not mistaken? I think this year they actually just made
the Watches and Wonders, right? I think they released
Nobody recommended JLC?
No.
Ooh.
Come on.
Watchmaker's watchmaker.
Yeah, I'm not a JLC.
Oh, it's a perpetual.
Yeah. Carson Corner is like, I'm not going to be making watches. I'm going to be wearing them.
No, listen, JLC is a great brand, but I think they're kind of stuck in the middle. That's the like same with IWC, where they're not an affordable brand, but they're not an ultra super luxury brand. You know what I mean? They're kind of somewhere in between. And it's like, I don't know. I just feel they're a bit stuck in the middle.
Can I also mention one more thing about we already made I know we made fun of diamond Rolexes enough, but I just wanted to mention one more thing about the diamonds. So like I look at all these new
Tim is doubling down. I love this.
Doubling down because look, let me actually mention something because there is a difference in approach that Rolex is taking versus, for example, all of these new brands, these Hublots, the Richard Milles, right? They're making up all of these new materials, right? Like the forged carbon. This. By the way, JJ, what is that Breitling made out of that you got?
It's a custom material that they started making. It's called Light Bright.
Light Bright.
Right, like Breitling, light, bright. It's very light. It's like a mixture of carbon and I think titanium.
Right. Okay. So it's like all of these new materials, where when you look at Rolex, right? What are they doing? They're using more natural materials, right? So you look at their new day dates, and they got this rock with metal kind of ore going through it, the meteorite, the diamonds, the rubies, all of these materials that Rolex is using, it could be found in nature.
What do you mean? So carbon's not found in nature? Titanium's not found?
The carbon titanium. No, it's not. It's not, because it's a carbon titanium blend. It's made in the factory.
Right. So Rolex's steel is a blend also.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it's different.
Sorry,
carbon titanium is a completely different than like a steel, because it's just different elements. I understand like iron, but look, and it's like gold, right? A mixture of gold. But when you start making like carbon, titanium, plastic titanium, etc., right? They're not so natural. Whereas like rubies, diamonds, those are actually you can make diamonds in the lab as well, but they're more natural. That's just a little aside that I wanted to take.
Yeah. And well, I'll tell you, if I ever do get an iced out piece, everybody will thank you for it. Here's another issue. There's no way my wife's gonna let me rock a diamond watch.
No, it's just for the collection. It's just to have it in the box.
Yeah. No, man, you gotta wear these. No, there's no safe queens here, man.
Man, but there will be an occasion. Trust me, like there will. Once you have it, you'll be like, you know what I mean? You can tell your wife, man, if I'm going to like when Miami I sell my tech company to a rapper, it would be insulting not to wear an iced out piece. It's disrespectful. It's an insult. How can you be a collector and then show up to to a sale,
a rap battle without
a rap battle? No, like disrespectful.
When you're racing Drew, you gotta wear the iced out piece. You know what I mean? You gotta one up him somehow. You know what I mean?
Guys, like all jokes aside, iced out watches are huge part of watch collecting. I mean, there are these oligarchs that collect iced out 5711s. I mean, there's crazy stuff. I mean, no doubt. I understand. Like, it's just because right now we're talking in this period in time where ice is frowned upon. Everybody hates ice. I totally get it, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, this is a controversial topic. I don't want to say this, but when ice comes back, and it will, the fanny packs came back. I think that finally they're going away.
Was ice in though? Was it ever in though? Was there a period where everybody was just icing out the crap of their?
Yes.
Maybe the 2000s, right? They would wear those gaudy
2000, 2001, yes.
Yeah, it was all about ice. That's why JJ got that iced out Breitling.
Yeah, I was also 20, and I wondered what everyone in the TV was wearing. I didn't know about
more dollars than cents, JJ. Right. More dollars than cents.
Yeah, it wasn't even any dollars. It's a Breitling. I think I paid like $5,000 for the whole thing.
Look, but everybody was wearing those, so
right.
That trend will come back. And the unfortunate thing is that because of how rare those pieces are, when that trend comes back, those iced out Rolexes, they will be freaking. You guys think they're overpriced now because they're going like 1.5 over retail. They will be 500,000 a piece. It's just going to be insane. Once people start realizing that factory ice is the ice,
what makes these watches? What's different from
the rarity?
Rolex setting it? How? What's the rarity? But you can get something aftermarket, and it's like a fraction of the price. You know what I mean?
Aftermarket is just not cool.
They're not that special.
Aftermarket just put diamonds set by some butcher. Come on, no.
I mean, if somebody else does it, it's fine. But if Rolex does it, it's not okay. But if Rolex does it, it is.
Yes, because it's factory. It's factory.
All right. I mean, to each their own.
Look, I mean, Roar of the Tiger says, yuck. Yeah, I mean, look, at this point in time, yes.
No, I will say, though, that when I was in Hawaii, they had that one ice bezel diamonds. They had diamond applied markers as well for the data. It was really nice in white gold. It was classy.
I mean, this one right here, it's pretty classy. The sub, just very simple. This is not an overload of ice. I mean, because they do
I
make
think
this.
if you're gonna get ice, get like Profit. JJ, doesn't Profit have the date with the baguette diamond bezel or dial? Sorry,
Which one?
he has the baguette dial dated, right? Profit.
I don't know. Does he? I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure he does. But that's the one to get if you want to get ice, because it's gold. It's a little gaudy, but it's not crazy. Like, this is crazy, Tim.
I mean,
this is just
it's not that. It's not
This is
that crazy. By the way, let me tell you a story. So a viewer emailed me a piece. It was basically this watch, but it had diamonds running through the center links, and I think it had diamond dial. I'm gonna try to forward that image to you, Cars and Chrono, and because it's just a private image. So he was offered that iced out Submariner. It was 180,000, I think, Great British pounds or US dollars. I'm not sure, but those go for 500,000 now. They're like double almost. He didn't take it. He can't get it because they will not sell it to him ever again. I mean, they make like one of those subs, especially subs, because see, here's the thing: day dates, they just with diamonds, they're dime a dozen. But the Submariners, this shit is fucking rare and exclusive. So I think diamonds, personally, I think it's only on GMT, Daytona, or Submariner. I wouldn't get the diamond. I mean, look, you can go EPC route, and he's got a day date with a diamond bezel and the diamond batons. Looks really good. I mean, it's a day date. It kind of belongs on a day date, whereas this doesn't belong. That's why it's so controversial. But anyway, I mean, this is something that you should ask. Like, hey, guys, do you have any of those diamond watches in the back room? Maybe they'll pull one out for you. You can just say, hey, I want to take a look, because I did ask my AD about the diamond GMT, and they told me to basically go F myself. They know I can't buy it, so they will be like, "Yeah."
Do you think they had it in the back room though?
I will never know. I don't think so, because I mean, look, I think they might have one, but they know I can't afford one, but I think they wouldn't even sell me one. I mean, those things are so they're saving those for like movie stars. So you have to be one exclusive client for them to show it to you. That's why, I mean, ask.
You know what else I'm thinking? Actually, now that I think about it, MJT's been thinking about getting this for himself. Is the Zeitwerk, something with like a digital type display? I think that would actually.
I'll tell you a funny story, man. I almost pulled the trigger, and I showed it to my wife. She said immediately it reminded her of a fat, chubby, round dude in a t-shirt, and that killed it for me. I never looked at it again. I look at it now. Yeah, you see a chubby guy in a t-shirt. That's it. That did it.
It does. Like with his arms sideways, right?
Yeah, arms out.
My
his belly,
God.
in a t-shirt, and that killed it. After that, and the guy was about to buy from me. He got pissed. He's like we were pretty close to locking in.
Wow,
that's so funny. You know what though? If you're gonna get a Longa, I think this is the one to have. I mean, you also a Datograph.
The double split is pretty good too. Double split is pretty good.
But this is like kind of known for.
It's so unique, right? It's such a unique.
Right.
Piece, right.
I would get it even if it looks like a fat kid in a t-shirt. I'd just say it's a picture of me.
I can't unsee it now. What?
Yeah, I can't unsee it either. It's fucking ruined now. No, but
sharing the love here.
Chrono was nice, but I'd probably get the Datograph if I had
maybe they were doing a homage to Archie Luxury.
Yeah, but it's just it is such a unique. That's why it appealed to me. It's like it's like kind of a little bit off the reservation, right? I mean, what's really out there that kind of resembles?
And it's such a villainous watch too. It's just really it reminds me of this villain in every movie.
I would get the previous model because I don't love the two pushers on the side. I think they ruined the watch for me. I think the previous model is it's the best one. But I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to get the newest one.
And these are good.
I always still like the longer one. I think the longer one with a black dial is what I would get. But it does look a little bit like I still want to get that Journe. I don't know. I'm not getting talked out of it anymore. I just hated paying for it in advance and waiting a year.
Which Journe were you looking at?
Just the Octaloon with the salmon dial, rose gold. But they wanted you to pay up front and wait a year or so.
What, 100% up front?
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it. I was like, I don't really want to pay you 100% up front and wait a year. I mean, I could be making money off of that 45,000, whatever it is.
I wonder if that's a new practice. I wasn't aware of that.
Maybe that was just what this place was doing because I was a new customer.
That's kind of weird,
right? And it was a boutique. It wasn't like it was like a great another dealer or someone. This was straight from the boutique. But that's why I said it was like 100% up front, and I got to wait a year and a half. I mean, it's a little wild.
What I can do is I'm pretty good friends with Laurent Journe, FP's brother. So if you want, I can actually look into this for you if you're really serious about it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely serious about it for sure. I just think that's a cool. It's like I really can't go for like an $80,000 Journe. 40 is like kind of whatever it is, 45 or something like that. In that realm is like where I would stay, but.
George, I'm going to send you an updated 8-piece watch collection, okay? In your WhatsApp. I've got it. I'm just kidding.
I don't even have forget it. I gotta get 2 watch boxes and glue.
First, you need to start selling some off, JJ, before you add. Sell some off before you add.
Right. Tim, I'm gonna reveal a new watch I got today on Archie's show.
Besides the Breitling?
Yeah, you know why? I'll tell you why. I had 12 watches, and I said I can't get 13. That's unlucky, so I bought 2.
When do you even have time to get these watches? I don't understand.
What do you mean? I went today. It was raining out.
Exactly. Who goes outside?
No, but I do want to upgrade and get better watches instead of keep buying watches.
Can you tell us which brand it is?
No, I cannot.
Damn.
Sorry. I already revealed one for your show. What more do you want from me?
Yeah, I mean, the Breitling doesn't even count as a watch.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Listen, we can't all get any Rolex we want, Tim. Sorry. But actually, he did order me a Rolex too while I was there. He said the next one that comes is mine.
Where do you live, JJ? Whereabouts are you?
I'm in Staten Island now. I used to live in Brooklyn, which is
dude. I grew up in Staten Island, bro.
Did you really?
Yeah, I went to Tonville High School. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I live right around there. I'm in Rossville. Yep.
Rossville, yeah. My dad owned a dry cleaner there, the Woodrow Dry Cleaners on Rossville.
I'm like right down the block. That's fun.
Oh, wow. I'm literally small right world, guys.
Yeah, it is small world. I always lived in Bensonhurst in Brooklyn, but I moved here. I bought a house here a couple of years back. So
nice. Yeah, my neighbor was a captain. I'm not gonna talk too much, but yeah, I came home one day in high school, and there was FBI and police and everyone. Yeah, it was like a freaking chaos.
Oh, I probably know.
Damn.
Nicest guy, by the way.
That's usually how it goes.
Nicest guy.
That's funny. It's a small world. Yeah. If anything, we'll talk more offline on.
Yeah, definitely. So, do you go to an AD in Staten Island? Where do you,
I do go to that one, and I go to one in New Jersey. I do both because the one in New Jersey I get my Omega from. So I kind of, but the one in the Staten Island, he don't have Omega, so I go to both.
Do they have Rolex ADs in Staten Island?
Yeah, the one of them. There's only one.
Okay. I haven't been in a while. My parents still there, but I haven't been out in a while. I
got my day date there, and I got the Bruce Wayne there.
Okay.
The other ones I got from the other dealer in New Jersey, because I buy like a bunch of Omega off him, and I've actually got the Breitling from him today. So.
Damn.
And the other watch that I can't say yet because Tim has to let Tim suffer. But
no.
He actually he ordered me a bluesy. He said the next one that comes in I'll get. I didn't order it, but he just said the next one that comes in.
Nice.
I wanted some summer watches, and I bought this one. I said, "Oh, I can't wait! I can't wait to use this one. Like if I go to the beach, because I don't want to get sand in the bezel of like my good watches."
Yeah.
He's like, all right, just don't go too deep because this is not water resistant. After I bought it, I was like, oh man, I can't even bring it in the water. It's like, doesn't this look like the perfect water watch? Like it's plastic.
Yeah, it looks like a water watch.
It looks like a G-Shock.
This crown isn't screwed down, and the pushers. He said, don't get it too wet. So Whatever.
Damn.
But either way, I figured it was cool just to mess with it. You know, like, I just wanted like a different kind of instead of a G-Shock. I don't know. I don't really enjoy the G-Shocks. I got to be honest. I like them, but then like I hate wearing them. I'm like, why am I wearing these? I got so much better watches at home. So I wound up getting this. I'm just gonna sell off my G-Shocks.
Yeah, but if you're like out, so I went camping a couple of weeks, and those are awesome though. Because I took the Explorer too, and as much as you want to go out there and hike and do, but once you start going up hills and whatnot, and you just don't want to, mess up the watch too much with G-Shocks, you can just bang the crap out of them.
No, yeah, you're right. I actually have a watch for that. I have a Seiko. I forgot what it's called, but it has a chronograph and a compass built in it. It's a solar powered watch, so I use it if I go like on like a
100 meters water resistant. What's he talking about? 100 meters, you're fine.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, listen, for the pool, if it gets messed up, I just throw it out.
You won't go anywhere near 100 meters.
The Breitling is 100 meters?
A splash in the pool.
I mean,
even in the ocean, you're fine.
Dude, I've been diving for over 20 years now. I've never gone deeper than 100 meters.
Right.
Yeah, it's
I think 10 meters might be my limit. I think.
I mean, I just don't know how it can even function. I think though, like if you don't touch the crown, it's 100 meters. But if you're in the water and the crown turns, I think that can let the water in. Just that friction.
It's more the pushers. The pushers are really the most at-risk spot because there's water that can potentially go in. But again, as long as you don't engage the pushers, you're fine.
Now, I
100 meter water resistance, you're gonna be okay.
Damn. I think like if you're underwater and the crown is turning, it creates this friction and the water can easily much easier.
Start wrapping this show up. Our show starting in 6 minutes.
Oh, that's right. Okay, guys. Thank you guys for joining me today for this last episode with in Brooklyn. Tomorrow I'm not gonna be doing any shows because I will be at the airport during this time. But once I arrive, I'm gonna try to join you guys at least on the Archie show. Maybe I'm bringing my laptop, so probably I'll be doing some shows from Barcelona. I'll tell you about the times that I get almost mugged, the time that I do get mugged, and I'll tell you about which watch.
With a flip flop. Bring something with a flip flop. You'll be fine.
The what?
Explorer 2. Explorer 2 is perfect. It's got a flip flop.
Yeah. I put all my watches in the luggage, and I'm gonna give it to my parents so that nobody comes and steals my watches while I'm away. But I'm bringing Explorer 2, baby. Perfect undercover watch. And my wife said that she's not gonna wear the Yachtmaster, so I gave her my G-Shock to try it on, and then she said, "Forget about it." So she's gonna wear her Yachtmaster. But okay, guys. Thank you, Marco, JJ, Chrono, Cars and Chrono.
All right,
thank you for coming
we got
on
Czech in the chat. Look at that.
What?
I think that's Czech, isn't it?
Czech.
What's up, Czech?
I think so. What's up?
Oh, how's the Patek Philippe grenade going? Did it blow up yet, or? Oh my god! All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the Archie show, and then what? I'm going.